I think you're amazing.
You are too, Henry.
Thank you so much. Well, Perry, you are awesome.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, and I appreciate you what you're doing too, buddy.
Well, thank you. Because if you allow the world to define you, if you allow friends to define you, if you allow your spouse to define you, or anybody to define you outside of how God sees you, that does open the door to rejection. God bless you. I hope y'all have an amazing day.
Thank you, Brother Henry.
Thank you.
God bless you too. Thank you for having us.
Welcome to the Brother Henry and You Show. I am your host, Henry Harris. Thank you, as always, for taking this opportunity to watch the show today. We have an amazing program for you today. Today, our special guest is David Hayward. David is the owner and creator of NakedPastor, which, in my opinion, pretty much uses humor to expose the harmful control that religion is known for. David is also an artist, and his interest is in deconstructing, spiritual journaling, and freedom of thought, and so much more. David says one way of getting to know him personally is through his art. David, thank you for being on the show today.
Thanks so much, Henry. Good to meet you.
It's nice to meet you. So before we talk about the Naked Pastor, can you give us a little brief history about yourself and who you are?
Sure. I like the way you're saying naked, though. My wife is I'm in Canada, but my wife is from Alabama, and they say it kind of the same down there. It's a naked
Yeah,
pastor.
I'm originally from Texas, so my accent,
Okay.
people.
Yeah. So, well, I grew up in Canada for the most part, and in a Christian home, and we ended up going to the Baptist church, and then we switched to Pentecostal, and then I went to Pentecostal Bible College, and then I met my wife Lisa there. She's from Alabama. Went from there to my master's at Gordon Conwell Theological Seminary in Boston. Then from there, I jumped into the Presbyterian Church. I got ordained in the Presbyterian Church in Canada, and then after about 10 or 12 years there, I switched to Vineyard and became a Vineyard pastor. And then in 2010, I left the ministry, and because of the kind of situation it is here, I left the church too. It's a small town. And then I decided to put all my efforts into a blog I had started in 2005, Naked Pastor, to see if I could make a go of it. And that's what I do full time now. I do Naked Pastor full time.
That's awesome. And those that are watching, I know when I first saw your artwork, naked, I said, what in the world does that mean, naked pastor? Because when I think of naked, I think of like exposure,
Yeah.
like it ain't like you're hiding anything. It's like, okay, I'm exposed, I'm vulnerable. And I would love to know what inspired you to come up with that title. It's quite catchy. I really like it.
Yeah. Well, you described it perfectly. That's what it means. I mean, and back when I got the name Naked Pastor, that was back when the Naked Chef, the Naked Archaeologist, the Naked Truth, all that was popular. And I thought Naked Pastor because I was a pastor at the time of a church, and I wanted to blog and be vulnerable and honest about what really goes on behind the scenes in the ministry, in the church, in the Christianity and all that, and just be really open and honest, vulnerable, transparent, not hold anything back. And I started cartooning about a year later, and they caught on, and I just find them a really effective method of getting my message across.
What is your ultimate objective of Naked Pastor? Like, what is the ultimate goal that you're trying to reach?
What's really important to me, and I really want others to experience this too, is I really want the freedom to be my most authentic self, and to be loved as myself. and not my fake self or, my, proper self or correct self or adorned self. I want people to love me as I am, and I want that freedom to be who I am. So that's being naked, right? That's being honest and open and vulnerable. And I want others to feel that same freedom. So I'm trying to create online safe spaces for people to become their most authentic selves and to be loved and appreciated and supported in that. So that's kind of what I do. I try to encourage people to find their freedom and express themselves. And I challenge all people and ideas and systems that want to control and dominate people. So that's a sort of a double-edged sword where I want people to experience their freedom, but I'm going to challenge people and ideas and institutions that restrict people's freedom.
Well, I think you do such a fantastic job at what you do, and don't stop doing it. Keep doing it. You're reaching the masses with your artwork, and I'm a huge fan of yours myself.
Thank you. Thank you.
How can people follow you and the work that you do?
Well, it's very easy. Just search for Naked Pastor, but I want to encourage you. It's one word. If you search Naked Pastor, you're going to see things you can't unsee. But if you type in one word, Naked Pastor, that's me, and I'm Naked Pastor across all social media platforms. I'm everywhere. But I think my most active account and the one I work hardest to protect is my Instagram account, Naked Pastor there. So find me there and follow me and enjoy the community that we're building over there.
Well, Perry, you are awesome.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, and I appreciate what you're doing too, buddy.
Well, thank you. Because if you allow the world to define you, if you allow friends to define you, if you allow your spouse to define you or anybody to define you outside of how God sees you, that does open the door to rejection. God bless you. I hope y'all have an amazing day.
Thank you, Brother Henry.
Thank you.
God bless you too. Thank you for having me.